Hello traders, welcome to Douglas on Trading. We've got another short and sweet indicator video for you today. This is kind of a cool one because you never hear about it. It's called the balance of power indicator, right? It's not one that I've ever seen other gurus online using. There's very few videos online even about the indicator, but it was in my indicator list, so I thought I would check it out and see what this thing's all about. And so the gist of the balance of power indicator is it's trying to measure the ability of buyers and sellers to drive price, right? So sellers' ability to drive price down, buyers' ability to drive price up. And so this is formulated by, and I've got this written out in the text here, balance of power equals the close price of the day minus the open price of the day divided by high price of the day minus low price of the day. And then it spits out these handy dandy little bars down here, and it kind of gives you sort of a measurement of how in control one side or the other is. All right. So I've been going over this, trying to figure out where this could possibly be useful. And so we'll take a quick view of this, and then, if you want to, go out and play with it and find your own method if this appeals to you. So we're going to start here kind of at the beginning of this day. And if you go back, so you can see, overnight trading, the price was going up really steeply. Balance of power is all up. It's above the zero line, and pretty easy to see. I mean, you wouldn't even need this indicator to see that that's pushing up. But after that, the question is are you going to get a pullback for a continuation, or is price going to reverse, right? Or range out as it kind of did. But in this range, and this is, I found that this is kind of a helpful or possibly helpful indicator for ranges. So you come up and you hit that high of the day, right? And then it starts pulling back. Well, the balance of power shows you it's below the zero line now. So it says, hey, maybe sellers are in control. And as price goes along, they stay kind of steadily in control. There's this brief period here where they're no longer, the buyers are back in control, right? And then it kind of gets super weak, right? So it's not really going one way or another. And then that's when the price starts collapsing, and it's collapsing near those highs. And it's actually sort of a triple top of this range, right? So you could see that the balance of power is weakening up. And so if you are playing that maybe this is your resistance level, then that could show you that perhaps this is your chance to try to scalp into this range and take advantage of that price area. All right. And then as we go over further, you get sort of a continuation balance of power here. So price starts moving down again. I mean, balance of power was up, but then as price starts moving down, balance of power is moving down, right? And then it pulls back into this EMA level. But during that pullback, there's not much of a shift in the balance of power. You get a really weak sort of buyers above here, and then it immediately goes back. And so if you're looking for that pullback, if you're looking for that area to possibly get in on maybe this new downtrend, then maybe the balance of power is making you feel all right that the buying there was pretty weak according to the indicator. Okay, so I think that's pretty easy to understand. And again, like after that comes down, and then you start getting into this consolidation area again. You can see the balance of power gets super weak. That tells you, hey, maybe I should get out if I've gone short. Perhaps this is getting weak. And then sure enough, it starts reversing, and then the balance of power kind of piles in here. It's an indicator. It's always kind of looking with the information that it has that's already happened. So be realistic. Don't be looking for this thing that tell you way in advance what you need to do. It just plays into part of your strategy. So we'll go over here and we'll cover 3 more, and then I think that's basically all we need to do because it's such a simple idea here. And so at the beginning of this day, and we're on the ES 2000 tick, by the way. So at the beginning of this day, around 7:30, you have this big drop, and then it starts consolidating. Well, we saw in the last day that we covered that maybe this is one of the best places for the balance of power. So as it's consolidating, you don't know if price is going to go up or down on that, but the balance of power is showing you really weak signals. You get a very weak buy briefly in there, and then it's pretty much staying negative throughout this whole range. And so that could give you an opportunity to go short out of that range, or at the very least avoid going long, getting trapped, and being on the wrong side of it. And so if we keep going over here, this is same concept again. You had this strong move back up here, and then we start consolidating, and the balance of power right here is super weak. So in this situation, if you had got in on somewhere along this trend, then this might be signaling that it's about time to get out. It never was that big on the negative side, but unfortunately, if you were looking for a reversal there and looking at the balance of power, maybe that would have got you in short. Again, that's why I say it's got to play into whatever strategy you're using. You can't just look at these things blindly. And then, you get one more push up after it, but then indeed, that's pretty much the end of it. So that would have not, that would have been an okay place to get out if you had caught some of that move. And then this is the last one. This is another continuation. So price is obviously getting weak here. And as you're going down, the balance of power is solidly on the sell side, but you don't want to get in blind, like I say. And then it pulls back. You get, maybe you're looking for this little kind of double top, this little mini double top within the estimated moving average range, the EMA range. And the balance of power never goes positive except for this little tiny little baby here. And then it goes negative again. So if you're looking for that move, then it would have been decent. So you're definitely going to have to combine this thing with something like price action, traditional support and resistance, order flow, whatever it may be. And it just kind of gives you an idea of how the trend is moving. So, right here you can see that's pretty solid all the way through. So maybe it'll keep you in that trend for quite some time. And then as it comes up weak, the balance of power you can see right here definitely gets weaker. And then that's when it starts doing its pullback. And after a long move like that, if you're not being greedy, hey, maybe that told you to get out in that little spot there. So that's it. Very simple indicator. Play around with it. See how it works for you. Otherwise, I'm going to pop my big fat face up here to the top left. Please hit that and subscribe. I need your subscriptions. And then down to the corner right, we're going to have another video. So click on that video. Watch some more stuff. Thanks, guys. Peace out.